Welcome to the 2006 Hisense Inside Film Awards, live from the Gold Coast Convention and Exhibition Centre in Broadbeach, Queensland, with Ray Winston, Abby Cornish, Emily Barclay, Ewan Bremner, Phil Noyce, Deni Hines, Shane Jacobson, Eva Lazaro and Sapphire Boyce, David Wenham and Susie Porter, Barry Otto, Sigrid Thornton, Keski Morassi, Phil Jameson, Michael Dorman, Jan Chapman, Teresa Palmer, Emily Browning, and Magic Dirt.
10 Canoes, I loved it. I thought it was a terrific film as well.
Well, I'm on the Suburban Mayhem team, so that's my favourite film.
It's just, yeah, it's been such a good year for films, hasn't it?
We're going to clean up our table. Yeah. So we're all going to clean up in some way.
I've heard a lot of good stuff about Kelly. That's one I'd like to see. Anything about a toilet, I want to have a look at.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Australian public has spoken. It's the 2006 Hisense Inside Film Awards. From King Arthur, Kinky Boots and Ned Kelly, please welcome your host for this evening, Joel Edgerton.
It's a gamble, right? Making a movie. We all love a good gamble. I mean, we must. Why else would we be involved in the film industry? No matter how hard we work at it, it's so hard to predict whether a project and how it's going to be received. But the thing I love most about the gamble is how collaborative it is. Hundreds of people all in on the same bet. So how does it start? Someone has an idea. And someone writes a script that resembles that idea. It's read by someone who works for someone, who's under someone, who's kind of important, and it works its way up the ladder until it starts to look good. And they start to gather the money or pull the favours, and they start to gather a team. Someone to direct, some actors, someone to point the camera, to focus the camera, to load the film, to design the set, to dress the set, light the set. A whole lot of someones. Makeup, catering, accountants, best boy, grip, dolly grip, data transfer, audio, whatever. I mean, stuff that I don't even understand the things that they do. And they're all in the credits. Hundreds of people all completing the cycle. Just to realise that one idea for an audience. And this night is for everybody. Not just the award winners, but everybody that wagered something. Their time, their money, their creativity or their ego to bring a project to the screen. There are no losers tonight. But we are a nation that loves sport, so there are going to be some winners. Short films, documentaries, animated films, feature films. As varied a bunch of films as we may have ever seen before. But tonight's films have one startling similarity. I wasn't in a single one of them. It's true. Yeah, not even an audition. I can row a canoe. So, as your disgruntled but impartial host, I would like to welcome you to this year's Hisense Inside Film Awards. There's going to be some acceptance speeches. Now I'd like you to say hello to Sigrid Thornton and writer-director Andrew Upton. Have a great night.
Good evening. Well, sometimes all you need is one script to make your mark. James Wan and Lee Whannell know what that meant when they, with their Saw franchise having taken over $300 million to date. Now, the people, yes, we should clap them. Warmest congratulations to them. So now the people who introduced James and Lee to the world will give the winner of the best unproduced screenplay that same opportunity, taking them out to the international market to pitch their script. Of course, you can't have a nomination package for an award like unproduced screenplay since the films haven't been made yet. So instead, IF has asked tonight's nominees to send in a photo or a short video of themselves at work so we could get a feel for the kind of people they were. Let's take a look.
Scratches and Cuts, Shanti Gudgeon. End of Town, Julius Avery. True Love Waits, Sean Byrne, Rob Beamish.
And the winner of the Studio What If Award for Best Unproduced Screenplay is End of Town, writer Julius Avery.
It's been a successful year for Julius Avery, with short films screening at both Melbourne International and Jackson Hole Film Festivals.
How you going? Just would like to thank you, thank Z Studio, IF Awards. I want to say hello to my gran in West Australia. And my beautiful girlfriend who came with me. Renegade Films, thank you for sticking by me. Thank you very much. Cheers. See you later.
Very strange, I can see out my own pants. In a world of buzzwords and actioned, upscaled, outsourced and nonsensical language, it's becoming increasingly important for writers to cut through the crap. I hope we're all reading from the same page here, Sigrid.
I will action that straight away, Andrew. And the Australian Film Commission IF Award, I should say, for Best Script. Oh, we have a nomination package first. Sorry.
Kenny, Clayton Jacobson, Shane Jacobson.
How was this? That's not what I thought this morning. Look at that. Hey? What kind of curry's that bloke been eating?
Suburban Mayhem, Alice Bell.
Do you know that flamingos only have one partner in their lives? And then when one dies, the other one dies too. I'm not saying I want to die when Rusty does. I just like the idea of it.
10 Canoes, Rolf de Heer.
And here we go now. And the winner is Clayton Jacobson and Shane Jacobson for Kenny.
Entertainment has always been the name of the game for these two brothers who grew up on the carnival circuit.
he talks.
Okay, you've got to come up. You've got to come up. Well, thank you very much, IF Awards. Thank you. The process of writing Kenny was a bizarre one. It involved creating a structure with some pinpointed sort of story goal points, but a lot of it was improvisation and the wonderful work of an amazing cast and crew, most of which was my family and friends, and this incredible fellow here.
Thank you.
Shane.
Thank you. And we just want to thank our coach in comedy, our father right there, and our mum for teaching us love, Dad for teaching us comedy, and all our uncles and family for giving us, over 30 years of research material. Thank you. Thanks, Dad.
From Opal Dream and Jindabyne, Sapphire Boyce and Eva Lazaro.
What's all this about animation for kids? Disney spent $7.4 billion on Pixar because kids like cartoons. Get real? Do you think they can cover that with pocket money? And the nominations and the nominees to the Cutting Edge IF Award for Best Animation are
Carnivore Reflux, directors Eddie White and James Calvert, producers Sam White and Huey Nguyen.
A snake then followed that up with hippopotamus steak.
Fritz Gets Rich, directors Eddie White and James Calvert, producer Sam White.
He'd finally made it.
The Safe House, writer, director Lee Whitmore, producer Denise Haslam.
Helpless.
Who is she? She's a spy. And the winner is Carnivore Reflux.
None of the makers of Carnivore Reflux are vegetarians.
Thanks to, most importantly, the Australian people who voted for our film, and thanks for being so sick, twisted and demented as we are. It's really encouraging to know that people will like a film about spew, so thanks. And thanks to everyone at the People's Republic of Animation who put in hours of work to make this little short film, and John Waters for lending his fantastic resonant voice. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sorry, James.
.237's Teresa Palmer and Michael Dorman from Suburban Mayhem.
Creating the visual concepts for storytelling, a production designer has to support the director's vision, serve the actor's needs, balance the producer's budget, and satisfy the whims of their DOP.
No wonder those guys are sniffing glue. Well, the nominees for the Lab Sydney F Award for Best Production Design are...
.48 Shades, Michelle Southern. Caterpillar Wish, Robert Webb. Kokoda, Nick McCallum.
All right, let's see what we've got here. The winner, Robert Webb. All right, Caterpillar Wish.
The town of Robe in South Australia was the backdrop for this film about adolescence and transformation.
Wow. Thank you so much to the Australian people for liking our film as much as they have. And I'd like to thank Sandra Scriberas for her great script, her great direction, and Kate Whitbread for being a producer from heaven. And for Greg Fraser, I'd like to share this with him for his wonderful cinematography, and also to the smallest art department in the whole world of 3 people that helped me on Caterpillar Wish. Thank you.
The director of 10 Canoes, Alexandra's Project, and Bad Boy Bubby, Rolf de Heer.
When I look at our history with Indigenous people since the colonisation of Australia, I see a history that is almost always told and taught from the colonist's point of view. It is only half a history, and we have only half an understanding of this history. What is clear to me, though, are the consequences of that history. The Indigenous people of this land were largely dispossessed. The fruits of that dispossession means that the vast majority of us live comfortably, while those who we dispossessed struggle. They struggle with low cultural self-esteem and culture loss. They struggle with questions of identity and poverty and imprisonment, with shameful ill health, largely caused by diseases and habits that we introduced. We live easily at their expense even today. These are historical consequences that will be with us for a century or more. They are immensely complex and difficult to solve, but we'll never solve them unless we begin to listen better, unless we begin to hear and learn and understand history from the perspective also of our Indigenous people, unless we find better ways to tap into the immense and largely ignored intellectual reserves that reside in our Indigenous population. There are great Indigenous thinkers out there, and exemplified by one of the 2 winners of this particular award. He is a man of wisdom and intellect, a man from whom we can learn to understand. The other winner of this award is someone who gave that man a voice, who worked tenaciously and tirelessly so that we could hear it. We should all listen. The winners of this year's Glenfiddich Independent Spirit If Award are Melanie Hogan and Bob Randall for Kanyini.
Melanie Hogan began a film about the problem of petrol sniffing in Indigenous communities. She soon realised it was part of a much bigger story of cultural genocide and a people struggling to survive. With the help of Bob Randall, she found context and perspective.
You take away my kanini, my connectedness. I'm nothing. And that's what the government did.
And an inspiring message for the future. A message for Indigenous cultures and the entire human race.
This land is your mother now. Defend it. Look after it. My people didn't die for nothing. You mustn't let them die for nothing.
We'd like to say thank you very, very much for this award. I guess like a lot of Australians, I wasn't taught a lot when I was at school or at university, and when I met this man, I really felt like we needed to work together to bring a greater understanding between us, Indigenous and non-Indigenous Australians.
And I am so grateful for what I have learned, and I really hope that together we've created something that will inspire others to chat, you know, just have a yarn with your Indigenous brothers and sisters. There is so much to learn, and it's really exciting with this award that, you know, we're heading in the right direction.
Wish to add my voice as a thank you to everybody who's put us where we are tonight. And I'm like Al Gore. We have to love our environment and love each other and try to really get to know us in the deepest sense of applying and practicing unconditional love for each other and the environment. Thank you for tonight.
I think I'm going to have a day out and have a look what he's done. The bloody hell has he got to? How are you supposed to find your way around here? He's in the right cape, but I can tell you that he's got as much brains as a turd. Surely, the cross, he wouldn't have gone up here. You need to be a mountain goat. Oh, Christ. Oh, Jesus, there he is, isn't he?
Sure could. If I go out there, one of the lights maybe shine like a mirror ball shine.
Hey, numbnuts. Where the bloody hell did you get to? 1 minute you're standing beside me, and the next minute I'm left there like a stale bottle of piss.
Dad, you were supposed to follow a lady from the front counter. It's just some room they've got ready for us.
I go to the room. What's all this muck here? What's all this stopping over?
It's all the puff pastry. Dad, don't burst your biscuits. Take a seat. Just sit down for a minute. We're almost done here.
Oh, no,
you just got to do this or I glow like a bowling ball.
This is not my cape, but I'm not going to sit here and see you make a fool of yourself, getting all done up like Danny LaRue. I'm going to get a pie. Stay there as long as you like, son.
A pot? Dad, don't go out there. You're going to get lost. I'm going to have to go and follow him, mate. He doesn't know where he's going. Sure. Thanks, mate. Cheers. Dad? Oh, good. Jesus Christ. Sorry, guys. Have you seen a bloke walking around? I'm looking for me, Dad. What's he look like? He's about... Are you that guy from the movie The Magician?
Yeah, mate, yeah.
But you died at the end, or went to jail or something, didn't you?
The character, yeah.
The character?
He's an actor, mate. It's a movie.
You're an actor?
Yeah. He's a bit of a machine, mate.
You're kidding me? Mate, I thought the whole thing was Ridgey Diggs. That was... Yeah, me, mate. Hey, well done.
Thanks, mate.
Good on you, that's fantastic. He's an actor.
Yeah.
Good on you. I can't believe that. The whole thing was just a movie. I'm still looking for my dad to show a few just through here.
Please say a big hello to Kenny Smythe from Splashdown.
Fantastic. Oh, that all worked beautifully. This is very professional, isn't it? How's it all going? You all right? Yeah, good, aren't you? I'm a little bit distracted. Sorry about that. It's just me. Dad's gone missing, and if he's turned up on your table, I'm sorry. He's about as welcome as a crocodile in a cot. But anyway, and if he's gone wandering, I'm a little bit nervous because his hip goes out more than he does. But anyway, Dad, if you're out there, Dad, I'll meet you back at the toilets near the dressing room, if you're out there. And having said that, whoever was in the toilets before me, I'll tell you what award I will give out, the best producer. Someone has backed a very big brown Buick into the white garage back there, I can tell you. I know the whole fancy dress idea is pop art, but someone's really brushed up on the art of popping one out, I can tell you. Anyway, I hope I'm not offending anyone. Anyway, look, I'm more excited than a pig at a vegetarian barbecue breakfast to be here, and good on you. All that, and I'm sticking it out there for the fat people. And a bit of a round of applause for the waitresses and waiters, if you can. And good on you, darling. So, I must admit, when they first rang me and said we won you at the IF Awards, I thought it was the International Feces Awards, and I was very excited, but it's not. And look, I'm stoked to be here, don't get me wrong, but Anyway, without any further ado-dos, the nominees for the Kodak IF Awards, and these are the people who take photographs of cinemas, which is fantastic. What's that? Oh, it's cinematography. It's very different from what I just said. Sorry about that. So the nominees for the Kodak IF Award for Best Cinematography are...
Jindabyne, David Williamson. Ten Canoes, Ian Jones. Kokoda, Jules O'Loughlin.
Fantastic. And the big words in the envelope say, or the winner is Ian Jones for 10 Canoes.
Avoiding saltwater crocs in waist-deep water brought new meaning to Steadicam for cinematographer Ian Jones.
Thank you, Kenny.
Have your lumber first, please.
Thank you very much, darling. Oh, shit, fuck. Can't put the glasses on. Hi, Mum. Hi, Dad. Oh, I'm nervous as all get out. Thank you, If, for giving me the nod. To the general public, close friends, family, and my peers. You didn't think I'd have a bloody speech prepared, but I have. Much has been written about 10 Canoes. Equally much has been talked about 10 Canoes. And rightly so. But wow, what an experience. From a very selfish perspective, I got to work on an Australian film. A low-budget Australian film, that is, environmentally aware Australian film. In some ways, how early Australian films have evolved. Close unity between cast and crew, all on board for the adventure, accommodation being provided, a tent, that is. Living through the mosquitoes and leeches, avoiding crocodiles, fishing only for barramundi, living 24/7 with each other and generally mucking it in together. 10 Canoes has been given much critical acclaim on many levels and has been accepted by the general public. My 30 seconds up yet. And has been accepted by the general public. My peers in the industry that have acknowledged that the cinematography have contributed to this, oh, that I am especially proud. Thank you to the industry for the generous support. Thank you to Rolf, the crew, Jessie, my 7-year-old who lived and schooled amongst us, Karen, my partner, who was the first assistant on 10 Canoes. Yee-haw.
With 40 years experience and over 150 sound credits to his name, please welcome Phil Judd.
Sound for the big screen starts on set with the boom swinger and sound recorders battling background noises. Dialogue editors then cut other words while maintaining lip sync. ADR editors dub the dialogue.
Sometimes revoicing
the character. A sound designer and effects editors add the main sound effects. The Foley department synchronise footsteps, moves and props, while the atmosphere editors help tell us where we are. The hundreds of laid tracks are then handed to the mixers for equalisation, panning and treatment. The right balance of all these elements, including music, produces the finished multi-channel sound. Now let's listen to the nominees of the Zigzag Lane IF Award for Best Sound.
Caterpillar Wish, Pete Best, Pete Smith, Des Keneally, Alicia Slezarski, John Simpson. Kenny, Craig Carter, Pete Smith.
You know, it's a very calming place.
10 Canoes, James Curry, Tom Hoytzenroder, Rory McGregor, Michael Bacaloff.
And the winner is...
Craig Carter and Peter Smith for Kenny.
Kenny brings surround sound perfection to the Portaloo.
In Ian's words, how nerve-wracking. We spend most of our time in sort of quiet little rooms doing things that making sounds and stuff like that. This is very, very different. This film, to me, just reaffirmed perhaps why we all work on films. This film was an absolute joy. This was perhaps the greatest amount of fun I've ever had on a film. And such a small crew. We started with just a little lapel mic, and it ended up being a surrounds track. And look, the whole process from start to finish was fantastic. So, and there's one person I'd like to thank more than anybody else, which is Clayton, because it's really the director, because it's really his foresight and passion and energy. He's the only director I know that really wants to work at 3 o'clock in the morning and insists on it. They all do, but he keeps wanting to do it. Anyway, look, on behalf of Pete Smith and myself, thank you very much.
From Macbeth, please welcome Victoria Hill and Sam Worthington.
It does not matter how much great footage you get in the can. It matters if you get yourself a good editor, then otherwise you're left with just a can of footage. So listen. I think I should need a fucking editor.
And the nominees for the Australian Film, Television and Radio School IF Award for the Best Editor are
Kenny, Clayton Jacobson, Sean Lander. Kokoda, Adrian Rosterola. Suburban Mayhem, Stephen Evans.
What? He did.
And the winner is Stephen Evans for Suburban Mayhem.
Stephen worked with director Paul Goldman on his 2 previous movies, The Night We Called It a Day and Australian Rules.
Good evening. Where to start? 3 important people in the editing room for me were Steve Doyle, Tammy Meem and Helen Lovelock, my assistants and supervisor, who were always there with ideas, music, suggestions, there late at night, early in the morning. Other people who are enormous help, of course, Jan, Leah, Alice, Emily, lots of people who made the film really exciting. A lot of fun. Probably the most important person, of course, was the director, Paul, who taught me to never be satisfied, never be easily satisfied. That was a key thing all the way through the film for all of us. Yeah, very exciting, a lot of fun. I hope everybody gets to see the film and enjoy the night. Thanks.
In the last 20 years of the Oscars, Australians have been nominated 43 times and won 9. It's pretty good. Thanks. New Zealand's been nominated 45 times and won 20. Come on, Australia.
Walkley Award-winning documentary maker Olivia Rousset and producer and co-director of The President vs. David Hicks, Curtis Levy.
I hate to admit it, but documentaries probably can't change the world, but they can throw light on important social issues. The President versus David Hicks tried to reveal the truth about a man our government is happy to see rot in hell, and in a sense that's where he is. He spent 5 years in Guantanamo Bay. He is still being kept in solitary confinement, often with the air conditioning turned to freezing with no clothes on. The British took action and got their prisoners out. Australians can do something by contacting either Amnesty or Get Up Australia. Both are running campaigns to get David home. Australian documentaries are on a roll, screening around the world. At least 2 of these nominations have had a cinema release. The nominees for the Discovery Channel IF Award for Best Documentary are
Canyini, director-producer Melanie Hogan, co-producer Bob Randall.
You take away my Canyini, my connectedness. I'm nothing. I'm dead.
Switch on the Night, director Alejandra Canales, producers Susan Cornish and Sarah Royds.
If you don't have freedom, you don't have one.
Unfolding Florence, The Many Lives of Florence Broadhurst, director Gillian Armstrong, producers Sue Clothier and Charles Hanna.
And the winner is Canyini, Melanie Hogan and Bob Randall.
Melanie Hogan went to Central Australia to make a film about the dangers of petrol sniffing and came back with this uplifting story of truth and responsibility.
Wow. Well, I don't know about documentaries. I think probably can't change the world, but this documentary definitely changed my world. And I remember reading the word Canyini for the first time and thinking it was such a special word. And following that word, I found this fella. And I guess it was a film that was made a little bit accidentally, because once I asked lots of questions, there was so much I thought that we needed to know. And again, thank you to Eth, and I leave it to you.
And to add my voice to the thank you of people's choices means a lot to us, and the old purpose is to let us meet each other more often than we have in the past, and get to understand and listen to each other and apply the Canyini principles for the betterment of ourselves and the world we live in. Thank you all so very much.
Short documentaries are the lifeblood of television. They give people the opportunity to speak for themselves, bringing new perspectives into our homes and breaking down prejudice in society. And the nominees for the Animal Planet IF Award for Best Short Documentary are
Around the World, director Patrick Clare, producer Michelle Thistlethwaite.
Most exciting thing in the world.
Butterfly Man, writer-director Samantha Rebele, producer Justin Davies. The Prodigal Son, director Tony Radevsky, producer Tom Zabricki.
Не мора, нека ходи правилно како што треба. Нека си има жена, амо не живе.
And the winner is The Prodigal Son, producer Tom Zabricki, director Tony Radevsky.
Directing the camera of his own family gave Tony Radevsky the honesty he needed for this remarkable documentary.
I really am not prepared, I'm sorry. Okay, first of all, I'd like to thank SBS Independent and Jennifer Crone and the gang at SBS for supporting this documentary, the AFC, the FTO, for also funding. Very generous, and I'd like to thank my family and my friends, my mum and dad. Thank you so much for being so supportive. You've been unbelievable. My sisters Angelica, Susie and Tanya, great support in this documentary. My friends, my loved ones, Bert, Georgie, Anna, Jules, you mean so much to me. The support in this documentary has been amazing. And to the subjects in the documentary, my cousin Ted, unbelievable. My auntie Lubitsa, who's in the documentary, is one of the strongest people I know, aside from my sisters and my mother. And of course, I'd like to thank my uncle Alexo, who is in the documentary, who had passed away a couple of months ago. And thank you.
Seeing as if it's the People's Choice Awards and that the awards have moved to the Gold Coast this year, I thought it'd be really cool to do a road trip from Sydney to the Gold Coast and take a couple of known actors to interview and speak to the average Australian person about what they think about Australian films. So I did a bit of a Google search and I tracked down Russell Crowe's agent. Maybe he could bring his guitar. I know he's fine. Well, what about if we organise a gig for him in the great Melbourne environment? Sam Worthington would be really good. He'd make a great substitute for Russell. I just thought he'd be great because he's kind of like the new Russell. Alice Bell, the writer of Suburban Mayhem's kind of given me a couple of numbers. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Everyone's really busy or just not committing to it. I've got a couple of mates and I guess they're not ideal, but...
What do we have to do? Can we start the receipts now?
So when can you guys leave?
I can go tomorrow.
Yeah. Have you guys been thinking about your questions?
No, not at all. I'm not asking questions till I see the money.
Don't tell me about freedom, that's my
Yeah, I saw Castle. Entertaining films rather than trying to give messages.
Missing down through these windows.
Favourite Australian film?
The Aerials. The Castle.
The Castle.
I'm hoping they have a sequel.
That guy was a fucking tool, wasn't he, last night?
Going in search of breakfast at the moment. I don't think we should have mentioned that we're going to pay for everything.
7 minutes and they haven't given us a menu yet. That's the virgin. Yeah. Oh, you got a actual bag of it.
Quite frankly, a lot of them absolutely make me crawl under the seat.
I'm not Joe mate films there. Or The Castle.
I would have to go for the castle.
Stay.
I don't think he's very interested.
Starting to get a feel for what kind of films people are into. Feeling the most optimistic I have since we've left Sydney. I'm actually finding a lot of people aren't interested in talking to us right now. Poor little Dave's tuck it out. He's had a big day. Just stopping for a bit of a rest. I feel like we haven't left Newcastle yet. Downtown Bellingen, but got here a bit late. So people left to ask any questions. Yeah, anyone would have thought this would have been quite an easy thing to do, which it should be. Yeah.
Deni Hines and Grinspoon's Phil Jameson.
Hi. Deni?
Hi.
Music expresses that which cannot be heard, but without it, movies would be silent.
Heavy shit.
Oh, and the nominees for Best Sound. Could you stop pushing me over?
Sorry.
48 Shades, Adam Lang, Justin Hunter. Suburban Mayhem, Mick Harvey, Norman Parkhill. Macbeth, John Clifford White.
And the winner is...
Mick Harvey, Norman Parkhill for Suburban Mayhem.
Norman!
In addition to Suburban Mayhem, Norman Parkhill was the music supervisor on the soundtracks for Kenny and Candy in 2006.
Hey, thanks for that. Mick Harvey can't be here. He actually rang me up this morning from the airport. He was getting on the plane, coming to Sydney to do a gig. He's actually playing at the Newtown RSL if you want to get there. So he asked me to get up and say a few words and accept it on his behalf. Norman will say a few things as well. This is Adelita from Magic Dirt, who's a very important part of the soundtrack. I asked Mick who I should thank, and we ran through the list, and he said, no, not that person, not that person. I even suggested maybe he should thank me, and he said, don't bother. But he did say he'd like to thank especially Steve Evans, the editor, Leah Churchill-Brown, Jan Chapman, and Alice Bell, the writer. And he said, see you later.
This is fantastic. I'd also like to thank all the artists that contributed songs for the film. Adelita, Magic Dirt, the Spazzies, the wonderful Buff Medways, who else was there? Your Wedding Night, Bird Blobs, and Little Birdie, Red Sun Band, and of course we can't forget Susie Quattro. So if you haven't heard the soundtrack, go and buy it. Go see the film.
Now, from Trainspotting and Match Point, here's Ewan Bremner.
Hagco, socialist. Bleeding heart liberals. Chardonnay quaffing, latte sipping, cinephiles. Listen up, my brethren. We might be in it for the art, but let's not be coy. Whoever said money can't buy happiness? They don't want to pay my bills. You with me? Ever since Adam Smith felt the invisible hand of the market tugging on his genitals, we've all been borne aloft by capitalism's inevitable logic, some more aloft than others. But that's just part of the rough and tumble that we call life. Now, the truth is that the further up the tree that the big boys and big girls climb, the more of the good stuff there is to trickle down on us, the huddled masses sucking on the teat of the fat, bloated capitalist beast. He owes us nothing except for a few miserable drops to keep us alive long enough before she crushes us in the magnificent wheels of our industry. Box office, baby. It's about the money, honey. Tonight's award from the Australian Award Corporation of Film Finance Award, IF. Those guys. The award for box office, outstanding box office achievement. The award for outstanding box office achievement goes to...
cinemas around the country.
Huddle in, guys, huddle in. It's a group effort. I guess it's appropriate to thank the Australian public, because that's what this award's actually about. And thank you to all the people that all the people that have voted. A special thank you to Glenn here, who's the sole investor in this film.
He runs. Glenn runs Splashdown Toilet Bathroom Rentals. He's in the yellow pages.
Yeah, so he spent a lifetime looking after people who were trying to back out winners, and he backed a winner, so good on him.
Can I just also thank the exhibitors of Australia, because they have been so behind this film from day one. And Mad Men as well. Thank you so much.
Well done. There's a special person as well. Sorry, I'll take another 3 seconds. Deb Fries is a major part of the success of this film. Thank you very much.
From Oscar and Lucinda and Strictly Ballroom, welcome Barry Otto.
Directors just don't fall from the sky fully formed. As they learn their craft, they have to be nurtured, encouraged, and given support. In the last 2 years, I've actually involved myself with a number of short filmmakers who have made short films, and it's been a terrific experience, and they're kind of very important because they're our next directors. So this next award is actually acknowledgement of their talent, or their potential talent. Now, the winner of this award has actually won 31 festival awards, including 13 that were for Best Film and 5 for Best Director. His films have been screened in 61 countries of the world. So take your treatment out of your pocket and say hello to Peter Templeman. The AdLab IF Award for Emerging Young Talent.
No one can catch Peter Templeman. He's a young director with a broad range and an eye for the offbeat, such as Lactating Men, real-life video games, and missionaries with a zest for life.
Right, we just drop by.
Calm or shy? She prefers the one-on-one.
His films are challenging and diverse, dealing with temptation, fear, betrayal, or weakness, such as Splintered.
Let go, you fuck me over again.
Collins, let go of his hand!
After 2 wins at Slamdance, an Academy nomination in The Offing, and over 16 festival awards already, including 10 Best Film prizes, we can be sure that Peter will be run off his feet for some time to come.
Rising talent. Thanks. Go for it.
Thank you. Thanks to everyone, or whoever was responsible for giving this to me, for deciding that I should get this, and thank you to those people who've been particularly kind to me since I've been doing this. Michael Lucas, Stuart Parkin, Matt Walker, Neil Lucanis, Annabelle Shan and RGM, Ben, Beth, and Tani, and Callan, and Reese Muldoon, Susan Pryor. So as you can see, I've had quite a bit of help. And in particular, I want to thank my partner Liz for everything, pretty much, for giving birth. I know you said it was fine, Liz, but I was there and it didn't look fine, it looked painful, so thank you for taking that on. Thanks. Cheers.
I'm engaging one of the Mr. Moon. of bringing Dave and Ezra along. If I had known how many people were going to be into the castle, I probably would have pushed a bit harder to try and get Steve Curry to come along. He would have been like a legend.
I feel like I'm on an American movie road trip where all I do is sit in an American car and go to $99 hotels.
You know, the idea was that they were supposed to ask a few of the questions and I was going to be filming. I kind of thought they'd be a little bit more into it. Are you enjoying the road trip?
It has its moments. Little waves, looser behaviour, boys, no girls.
It'd just be good if everyone was getting along. Hopefully this car's going to start back on the road for the third day. Just might stop at the Big Banana.
It's actually not that big now that we're older.
Why would they have a nose standing right in the place in front of the banana where you want to see it?
Because that's where everyone wants to stop.
Little Fish is great. The best movie I've ever seen is The Castle. That is the best one. I like all Australian movies. Most Australian movies. There's some crap amongst us too.
I like the Mad Max movies.
I'd have to go with Castle or Cracker.
Wolf Creek. Found that was a great film. Scared the hell out of me. I never want to go to the centre of Australia, ever.
Dave's on his third banana smoothie by now, so.
I feel like I'm on Big Brother. There's been a bit of a rift develop between Caroline and Dave.
If you want me to say that Dave is driving me fucking crazy, then he is.
Fucking over him.
Why?
Seriously. I don't feel like I've had one thing I want to do on this whole in 3 days. I feel like an actor. That's what I'm saying. You weren't listening to him either. He's like, I've blown this up, I do. We swear it's broken.
What?
The two nuppies in the back waiting for the fucking instruction.
Hasn't really worried me.
I haven't done anything you do on a road trip. I never stay in those places. I never go to those towns. I don't go to the Big Banana.
And it's good. Once we start talking to people, we actually do. You do get a sense of, you know, what people are into.
Is Mr. Bean Australian?
I've been to Castle many times.
Probably The Castle. To be quite honest, I don't really think much of Australian movies.
We've got a few days to go yet, so you know, I think there's plenty of time for this thing to really work out. You know, we will get there eventually.
Richard Wilson from 48 Shades and one of the stars of Wolf Creek, Kirsty Morassi.
Nearly every actor has done a short at some point in their career.
True, and you don't always get paid. A lot of the time you don't get fed either.
Some of them work, some don't.
Here are some of the names of the ones that did work.
And the nominees for the Holding Redlick IF Award for Best Short Film are...
The Saviour, director Peter Templeman, producer Stuart Parkin.
Good morning. What a gorgeous little creation.
Stranded, director Stuart MacDonald, producers Beth Fry and Lizette Atkins. Vend, director James Findlay, producer Natasha Gray.
And the winner is Stranded. Beth Fray, Lizette Atkins, Stuart MacDonald.
This Melbourne director's coming-of-age comedy has already been seen in Sydney, London and Shanghai.
We're absolutely thrilled to receive this award. Stranded was a fabulous film to make and was such a collaboration of amazing talent. Writer Kathleen O'Brien, director Stuart MacDonald. We had a fabulous cast: Emma Leung, Emily Browning, Robert Morgan and David Hofflin. Fabulous DOP, Greg Fraser. There's so many more to mention, but was amazing. This film was one of the last 50-minute dramas, a fabulous initiative to showcase Australian new talent, fabulous directors, cast, crew, writers, that was supported by SBS, Film Victoria and the AFC. Thank you. Thank you.
The director of Rabbit-Proof Fence, The Quiet American, and the upcoming Catch a Fire, Philip Noyce.
Good evening. I'm here tonight to present a very special award to a remarkable Australian woman. But first I want to make a confession. Just 35 years ago I asked this particular woman to marry me. And it didn't last, but our friendship has, and our mutual respect have certainly never been stronger. Jan Chapman, her career parallels the rebirth of the Australian cinema. She began while she was still a student at Sydney University back in the 60s. She thought she was going to spend her life as a teacher, but in 1969 she directed her first self-funded short film, Just a Little Note. In the years after, while she was teaching English at an inner-city high school, together with other filmmakers, she started the Filmmakers Cinema, screening Australian short films in a makeshift theatre above a bookshop in Sydney's Chinatown. In 1972, Jan was one of a group of filmmakers at the Sydney Filmmakers Co-op who started a permanent cinema screening the emerging Aussie feature films. Next, she was there with other women filmmakers, starting the Sydney Women's Film Group, and Jan's commitments to women's issues and stories has continued throughout her whole career. The 70s were a time when politics did matter, and Jan was someone who absolutely lived her politics. And she always has made a difference, whether it's lobbying for increased funding for what we do, or whether it's lobbying to establish a women's course at the film school. Jan has gently and persuasively championed the ideals and the film industry which she's so passionate about. Next, Jan moved from teaching to working at the ABC, and back then the Australian Broadcasting Commission was called that because it actually made Australian drama. And rising in the ranks, she quickly produced some of our best-loved TV shows, from Sweet and Sour to Come In Spinner. And just as she had done back in the old days, making 16mm films, she was across every stage of production, from scripting through to editing. But it was when Jan returned to her first love of cinema that the whole world and all of us really took notice. From her first production, 1999's The Last Days of Shay New, the next 10 years would see an extraordinary output of movies, including The Piano, Love Serenade, Holy Smoke, Walk the Talk, and Lantana. Not just marvellous entertainments, but challenging, intriguing films, many of which have become the absolute touchstones of our culture. Recently, Jan has worked as an executive producer, helping to bring us new talents such as Kate Shortland and Somersault in 1994, and this year, working with Alice Bell and producer Leah Churchill-Brown and director Paul Goldman on Suburban Mayhem. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for a true walking, talking, living legend, Jan Chapman.
Come on, Mum. We'll show her what it means to be a real woman.
you fight back or something? Isn't that what women are supposed to do?
You know, you'd be better off crying.
Fuck you!
I love you!
She's the mother to Jack, she's the wife to Stephen, and she's an inspiration to all of us. Jan Chapman.
Oh dear. Thank you very much. If you don't know quite what it's like to be presented this by the person who introduced you to film when you were 18 years old, it's really something. Look, I can't believe my luck, you know. I'm part of the Australian film industry, an industry that's known internationally for its boldness, for its originality, for its sense of humour, for its strong statements, rather than being a clone of some other industry. You know, I wouldn't be anything but an Australian producer. Of course, the legends really are the directors and writers whose visions and minds I've had the good fortune to share, and the actors and crew members who've brought those to life, and the producers who I've worked with and also who've inspired me, whether they're more experienced than me or less experienced, because they share this passion to get a film on the screen and to stand by it right up till the very end. So thank you, and thank you to my personal legends, Stephen and Jack.
Better Than Sex, it's the Bank's David Wenham, and from Caterpillar Wish, Susie Porter.
Good evening. There is a myth that a director should know all the answers. The truth is, it's more important they know which questions to ask.
Here are the nominations for the Animal Logic IF Award for Best Director.
Jindabyne, Ray Lawrence.
Go! Rock on for fuck's sakes, come here! Where the fuck are you?
Kenny, Clayton Jacobson.
Now, if I can just say one toilet, I'll be happy already. You have got to be joking.
It's your equaliser, isn't it?
Oh, Jesus Christ, fellas. Can we just work together? Can we just work together on this one?
Well, I reckon if we're going to get our 15 minutes of fame, we might as well own a copy of it.
Check this bit out. She goes mental.
Suburban Mayhem, Paul Goldman.
This is all your fault! You lied to me! You promised me to get off! You promised me!
10 Canoes, Rolf de Heer, co-director Peter Jagir.
And the winner is Rolf de Heer and Peter Jagir for 10 Canoes.
A 70-year-old photograph of 10 Yolngu men in bark canoes was the starting point for Rolf de Heer's and Peter Jagir's film.
I regret a great deal that my co-director Peter Jagir is not here tonight. I hope you're watching, Jagir. Mein make. It's about the only word I know in their language, and so you can begin to understand what a collaboration it was on all levels, but particularly with Jagir and I trying to guide the film through and ultimately succeeding. Everybody who works on a film needs to be thanked by a director. in particular, I'd like to thank the investors who had such faith as to allow me to go off and try this without any script, without any real sense of knowing what to do. I remember the day that we sort of arrived, and the truck came in 3 o'clock in the morning. It got the sound equipment from the barge, and it arrived back at Raymond Ginning without any sound equipment on it at all. And the cases were scattered over a distance of some kilometres as they'd come off the truck one by one. And at that stage, Jigger was not the designated co-director. In fact, there was none. David Gulpel was going to do it, but he had to withdraw shortly before the film. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, Peter Jigger came across this stuff, and he thought, I think this is important. And he collected he actually went and woke somebody up, the shopkeeper, and collected all the gear and came back, and that was the beginning of a warm and intense relationship that he and I had, and without him this film would not exist. So it's yours, Peter. Thank you.
Kenny?
Here is waiting.
Castle.
When we with Michael Keaton or whatever his fucking name is.
Oh, that's called,
the airport one.
Airport.
Fuck, I'm an idiot.
The castle.
That's it, the castle one. That's the one, the castle.
Here we are, Byron.
It's the castle.
Castle.
The one that probably impacted on me most was the Mimi McPherson movie.
But it's a start. When you open up your heart.
You guys pumped from the Gold Coast? How's it feeling? Feels good to be here, finally. You still a chopper?
Good old Dundee.
My favourite Australian film. It would have to be something like Walkabout.
Crocodile Dundee.
There's a lot of the balloons.
Yeah.
Oh, Danny Deck.
Crocodile Dundee.
Have the castle.
The castle?
The castle.
The castle.
Yeah, go right there.
I think I saw something with Colin Fells in it once.
What was the last Australian film you saw?
Would be the castle.
My favourite Australian film would be The Castle. Love it.
The castle.
I'd have to say the castle.
Mean and conquered the Gold Coast, I believe. They came through with flying colours this morning with boys off to the airport. It's a sad day. It's all coming to an end. And if they made a movie on the Goldie, what would they make a movie about, you reckon?
If they made a movie
On the Gold Coast.
on the Gold Coast,
Yeah.
I reckon it'd be on the meter maids and what they get up to at night in their flats. But you know what would be a good another movie here to make? Another one like Coolangatta Gold 2.
Yeah. Awesome.
You know, Coolangatta Gold 2. Hopefully in a couple of years I'll get to see one of your published movies of a trip that you've made around Australia, you know, showing like Kakadu and, you know, use blokes barramundi fishing and crocodile hunting and all that sort of shit. Yeah, why not? ABC, buy a tape like that off you too.
Welcome to the stage, the star of both Somersaults and Candy, Abby Cornish.
It was so great to see Jen Chapman receive that award just then. She truly is a living legend, truly is. But up next, we have 3 very different performances by 3 very great actors. And here we go. The nominees for the Queensland Events Corporation IF Award for Best Actor are...
Come here!
Candy, Heath Ledger.
Hey, Kenny, look at me! I don't know! Hey, just fucking stand there! Make sure it's the zone!
Jindabyne, Gabriel Byrne.
Carl's ankle was fucked, he couldn't walk. There was no way we could hike back. The kid was freaking out. It was just... There's nothing we could do.
10 Canoes, Crusoe Cordal.
Ibarat beli belum kawan awan. Anak kali tabi ka. Kau boleh beli awan.
And the winner is Crusoe Cordal for 10 Canoes.
Unfortunately, Crusoe Cordal cannot be here tonight, so Francis Julibing and Richard Birenbiren will accept the award on his behalf.
Thank you. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really proud to get just about to recognize Aboriginal people that we made the movie 10 Canoe. Thank you.
Please welcome back to the stage. Please welcome back to the stage, Joel Edgerton.
You might be surprised to know that I put myself forward to present Best Actress. David Wenham will also be surprised because I got in early and just swapped our names around in the allocation sheet. Here are the nominations for the InStyle IF Awards for Best Actress.
Candy, Abby Cornish.
I have been clenching my fucking fist since I was 6 years old! Look at my fucking fist, look at them!
Jindabyne, Laura Linney.
No, there's something I'd like to say to you. You have no authority over my family. Not anymore. It's time you accepted that.
You sound very wound up.
I'm fine.
Suburban Mayhem, Emily Barclay.
Withdraw that complaint in the morning. I'll be back and I won't be alone. I'm a Skinner. My brother's a murderer. I'll have your head cut off. And put those kids to bed. It's well after midnight.
And the winner is Emily Barclay for Suburban Mayhem.
Emily was discovered behind a counter when a New Zealand casting agent dropped off a tape at her local video store.
Oh my god, I totally didn't fucking... Okay. Thanks so much. God damn, okay. Please have to get that right. It's really an absolute honour to be even nominated. You know, Laura Linney and Abby, you're amazing, and it really means so much to me. It really, really does. I just want to thank all of the cast and all of the crew of Suburban Mayhem. You guys are amazing. In particular, Sue Timby and David Field and Nusha. Dave, you're an absolute inspiration, and I wouldn't be here without you. And everyone at Shanahan, especially Anne and Leanne. And I want to thank my Oz fam, Jan Chappers. You're amazing, and it was such an honour and a joy to work with you. And thank you for everything. Alice, my big sister. Thanks, baby. Goldie, thank you so much for taking a chance on me and for your trust and your generosity and your friendship. You're awesome. And Leah, sorry, you absolutely poured your heart and soul into this film, and we wouldn't have been able to do it, you know, and thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Fucking thank you.
From Sexy Beast and The Departed, Ray Winston, and producer of Crash and The Illusionist, Kathy Schulman.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's the second time I've been to this country, and the last time I was here was 50 degrees, and I swallowed 15 popsy flies every day.
Was that shooting the proposition, Ray?
No, it was Sydney. Anyway, the nominees are...
Kenny, producers Clayton Jacobson and Rowan Timlock, director Clayton Jacobson.
I should put you through school for you to become fucking glorified turd burglar, and that's all you fucking malark.
I'm a plumber, Dad. I'm a
plumber, my ass.
Suburban Mayhem, producer Leah Churchill-Brown, director Paul Goldman. 10 Canoes, producer Julie Ryan, director Rolf de Heer, with Richard Birenbiren and Peter Jagir representing the Ramingining community.
And the winner is...
Kenny.
Producers Clayton Jacobson, Rowan Timlock, Shane Jacobson, director Clayton Jacobson.
Kenny is a friends and family affair involving 2 brothers, 3 generations, and close friends on both sides of the camera.
Oh, thank you very much. My God. Kenny was a labour of love for 3 years with my whole family and friends, and just about everyone I've ever known is either in it or worked behind it. And it's just an amazing thing to be standing here accepting this award. There's some people I'd love to thank. First of all, IF Awards, thank you very much. IF have been very good to me over the years as an independent filmmaker. I think they're just amazing in how they basically give a platform for what was an industry of young short filmmakers, short film filmmakers that never really had a voice, and it's sort of grown to what it is now, which is great. I'd like to thank everyone that's voted for the film, and the wonderful cast and crew. A lot of people put a lot of work into this film for nothing, and a lot of sweat and effort went into it. Sorry, I'm ahhing more than I'm talking, aren't I? Glenn Pruska and his family for taking a punt on us from day one. Also want to really thank the Splashdown crew, the guys on the front line that are actually doing the job. They shared a lot of their stories and a lot of their humour, and it made it into the film, and they're in the film as well. Want to thank Madman for taking a punt on us so early on in the piece and being amazing. I think they're really... Digital Pictures did an amazing job, and the South Australian Film Corp for the mix. I'd like to thank Bob Jane and Dave Pittman, who helped us with the film, and Nicole Barty, who's not here, who's an enormous help. When we were filming the film, we went from either just Shane or me filming it, and then sometimes we had as many as 150 sort of putting it together, and Nicole was there from day one sort of helping us out, handing out release forms and what have you. And of course, my family and Shane, who's Kenny, of course. Yep. Thank you. Well, this man here is the man that taught us how to do it, and all his brothers, our uncles who are still with us, and some of them who aren't, and we just want to thank our dad right here. Well, just quickly, just say also our partners. You cannot make a movie without the support of those that are beside you all the time. I mean, my family, this little boy saw the back of my head for about 3 years, and I really thank you guys so much, and everyone's partners that helped out for their support. And to our extended family, nearly all of them are in the film, except for our little sister Nat, who was pregnant at the time. So to all our extended family, to everyone, Mum, Kel, Kai, all the family, thank you for those who are at home, and we love you all, and thank you to you guys.
That's it, rack off. Go start making your movies for next year. Your time starts now. Thanks for tonight. I hope you had a great time. And to end the show, I would like to welcome a band called Magic Dirt to play a song called Double Double Dare from the film Suburban Mayhem. Thank you and good night.
Single double tripper, single double tripper, single double triple double dare. Oh yeah. Well, I double dare you to hold me. Look right in my eyes. Well, I double dare you to hold me and tell me all those lies. Sure he loves his child, but if you want me to rock you, baby, or you be my loving daddy, be my loving daddy, be my loving daddy for a while. I double dare you to love me. I double dare you to care. Well, I double dare you to love me. Well, I single double triple, single double triple, single double triple double dare. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, I double dare you to hold me. Look right in my eyes. Well, I double dare you to hold me and tell me all those lies. But I know you love your daddy. Sure he loves his child. If you want me to rock you, baby, will you be my loving daddy? Be my loving daddy. Be my loving daddy for a while. I double dare you to love me. I double dare you to care. I double dare you to love me. A single double triple, single double triple, single double triple double dare.